Go ahead, Dr. Natus.
I don't see it recording.
It is recording.
Okay, great.
But
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Kate Natus. I'm the Dean of the Guarini School of Business at St. Peter's University. And on behalf of Dr. Shanaz Gargouri, Director of the Ignite Institute, and myself, we would like to welcome everyone to our 8th annual Shark Tank competition and final event. Very briefly, our agenda for tonight is to have a couple words of welcome. We're going to introduce our 5 amazing judges who are entrepreneurs and leaders themselves. Our presentations will begin around 5:15. We have 8 groups presenting, and that's assuming everyone shows up. So hopefully people keep trickling in. Each presentation should be no longer than 7 minutes, followed by 3 minutes of Q&A. Then we're going to have a private Zoom session with just the judges where we'll go over the scores and the tallying. Judges, I know I shared with you the rubric. I'll share it again in the chat in a few moments so that you can have access to it. And then finally, once we select our winners, we're going to have a first place winner, second place, third place, a social impact award for the most socially impactful business. And we'll have an audience choice award. So everybody who's here on the call today will be able to vote for their favorite entrepreneur. And we'll announce those winners at the end. I would like to take a moment to thank our amazing sponsors this year, which include Mission 50, a fabulous co-working space in Hoboken, New Jersey. And in addition to supplying funding for our winning teams, they also opened up their co-working space for our student entrepreneurs to use. And I know a few students did take advantage of that. We're very grateful. And our other sponsor is Greater Newark Enterprises Corporation, also known as GNEC. We have their executive director, Victor Salama, with us tonight, who was also a coach in our competition. So huge thank you to our 2 sponsors this year. You both really added a lot. I would like to introduce our wonderful judges for the 2022 competition, including Elke Camacho, who is the founder and CEO of Elke Consulting Group, a coaching business design company that empowers women-led businesses, and she helps them develop their strategy, processes, and skills to be successful. Lynn Hassan, also known as Chickpea JC, is the founder of a multimedia business that often celebrates the local community here in Jersey City. She's also a nonprofit founder and also a social media marketing agency owner. And you'll hear from some of our judges later, entrepreneurs who left their careers in corporate America to be founders and run startups, which I find to be so inspiring. We also have Blaise French, who is a double alum of St. Peter's, graduated with his bachelor's and his master's degree. He was co-owner of Body Armor Super Drink, which many people would know is now part of the Coca-Cola portfolio. He's also a model, an actor, multi-talented man of the world. And he was a key player on our Division I basketball team as well. And he does a lot of volunteer work in his community. Tommy DeSigli, class of 17, AKA Tommy McBuckets, runs a vintage clothing business that caters to NBA players and other celebrities. He has amazing connections with a number of celebrities from Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert, and initially his company was really just a hobby that he did in his spare time. And after graduating from St. Peter's, he decided to pursue it full time, and he's doing an amazing job. And Carlos Gutierrez, first and foremost, Carlos is one of our go-to coaches and supporters in the Ignite Institute and all of our entrepreneurial endeavors. So I really want to thank him. He is the Chief Marketing Officer of Empath, an artificial intelligence company that leverages machine learning skills intelligence to build a strong workforce. He also works with entrepreneurs.
Great judges.
Through Golden Seeds.
Oh, she heard us.
And he's a board member at St. Peter's University. So again, I just want to say we have 5 really amazing judges with us tonight, and I want to thank each of them for being a part of tonight's experience. And I hope you all get to know each other, not only among the judges, but also the people on our call in our audience. And I'm now going to pass it over to my colleague, Dr. Gargouri, to do some additional introductions and then introduce our competitors for tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Natus. But I just want to make a remark. Isn't it wonderful to have all these public figures as judges tonight? I do appreciate that you're all in one room and probably you don't know each other, but that's also a great opportunity to get to know each other through this event. So I just want to go through a little bit about this program. The Shark Tank is not just about the presentations. It's a semester long preparation to really get to spend 2 hours presenting and getting there's some questions, answering to defending the ideas and the businesses. It's
I
really.
really did my best. I'm sorry if it wasn't good enough.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to mute somebody. So, and then it's a lot of preparation before this final day. So the program milestone of the Shark Tank program is to go through workshops every single week. We have assigned mentors and advisors to the participants. There are also a few milestones and exercises, and Blackboard is part of the boot camp. We call it boot camp because it's not just about the workshops, but also about the free books that are offered online, the exercises, etc. And then it goes through also coaching and assistance, and for the preparation for the either the business plan or the executive summary, or even for today's presentations. The next slide. I'm looking through your slides. Okay, so meet the team. I didn't put my name in there, but Dr. Natus, thank you very much. So it consists of me, Dr. Natus, who is also the co-founder of the Shark Tank, our assistant, Diana Soto, which I really would like to thank very much. She was the one who's preparing all the flyers and really just serve as a reminder for everything that needs to be done. And I would like to a very, very warm thank you for all the mentors and advisors, including the few of our professors that had really willingly offered their help for a few of you or some of our participants tonight. So these are the workshops, and you could see even the dates on the workshops. We have done a couple more than what you see on a table lined up. So we talked about the entrepreneurship of success, just as a preparation for the participants to really explore and question their ideas. And then we talked about the project ideas, and Tom was my first workshop leader. So Tom, thank you again for doing this workshop, Tom DeSigli. Support and Structures for Entrepreneurs was by Maria Nieves, where she really had a great discussions with the students about the opportunities that is open for them to really that can help out their businesses. So it was a really great session. Financial instruments with one of the judges, tonight's judges, Victor Salama. So Victor, I also would like to thank you very much for leading the workshop on April 4th. Laws for Entrepreneurs, by Katrina Lanes. She's also another St. Peter's friend from Global Law Firm. I would also like to thank Samar Isa. She's a professor at the Guarini School of Business. She gave a great presentation on the business plan, specifically the financial part. And to the business plan on marketing was really led by one of the judges tonight, Blaise French. Thank you very much also, Blaise. And Ernabel DeMillo for the arts of pitching and communicating. We used the video, actually a recording from last year, because we really did not have too much time and we needed to really to go over. I myself had a meeting with all the participants on last night to just prepare them for tonight's presentation. So I would like to thank all my workshop leaders. They have done all a wonderful job presenting and answered all the questions. So I really cannot thank you enough. So, and looking forward to seeing you next year as well. For the students who completed entrepreneur training program and earned digital badge, so for the digital badge is awarded to those who have participated in, say, the majority of the workshops, saying the least, all the workshops. So I would, that is awarded to Zakaya August, Chintan Gaglani, Jesus Sanchez, Nayeli Marquez, Tabata Patino, Valeria Call, and I think I'm missing one of the students that is not on the list, but you know, I will add her on later on. I would like also, before you go, I mean, can we go back to that slide? Just very quickly, Dr. Nadis, this year I would like to make an exception. I do have somebody who really participated on all the workshops, and I would like to award a badge of entrepreneurship entrepreneurship and innovation to Dr. Mary Kate Nadis. So judges, do you agree with me on this? Say yes or no.
Thank you, Dr. Gregory.
You deserve it. You earned it, actually. So introducing, we would like to introduce the students, participants for tonight's competition. So we have Shintan Gaglani. Hopefully I'm really saying these names correctly, so forgive me if I really mispronounce your names. And the business name is Outsold. Nayeli Marquez, Textbook Marketplace. Zakaya August, Out of the Closet Hair, Tabata Patino, The Next Hit, Valerie Call, Venus Lashes, Jesus Sanchez, Rapid Radiology, Michael Melendez, Ada Andrade, Tabata Patino, and Livio Defour. No, the business is Livo Defour. You correct me later on when you're presenting, okay? So sorry. Nicolas Cruz Reyes, Belle Furniture. That's French. I can say it very easily.
And I just want to mention, I'll be sharing the link again for the Audience Choice Award. So everybody on the call is invited to vote for your favorite business throughout the presentation. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I think we are ready for our first participant, Chintan Ganglani, and Dr. Gregory will be timing you. So when there's 1 minute left, she'll give you a notice, okay?
And I would like to add that you only have 7 minutes to present. And so you will see me signing up like you have 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left, and then you have 3 minutes Q&A, okay? Good luck to you.
Thank you. All right, so I'm just starting. All right, so good evening to everyone present here. My name is Chintan Gaglani, and today I'm here to present an idea for a platform by the name of Outsold. So here's an outline where about what I'll be presenting today. So first, I would try to take you through a journey of buying a sneaker online. So back in month of April, Adidas restocked their Easy Boost 700, but unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on it because all these quantity are usually very limited, because Adidas makes sure that in order to build a hype, they don't sell too much and they always keep these quantities in a limited supply. And what this ensures is that the hype is pretty high for the product. And most often, all these products, this get out of stock very quickly within few minutes. So when anyone wants to buy a product, the first thing that everyone does is, even what I did, was go through Google, search that product online, and there are set of results that we get. So one thing very important in the sneaker industry is that these prices are not always fixed, right? So the retail price for the product that I was looking for was $220. But if you see the product online and when you search on Google, you see that these products are usually priced differently. Each seller will marks the price differently. And since the secondary market is so huge for the sneaker industry, it sort of gave me an idea, why not build a platform where I can give these consumers uh, one area where they can find all these products on one platform from different sellers, and they can easily go through all the prices that all these sellers are offering. So also one more thing that I did was I went through all the sneaker stores that are here in Jersey City and also one in New York. And I found all these products through Google as well. And also one of the products through Instagram. And again, the same thing that these prices are differently priced. As you can see, one of them is selling the sneaker for $300. So that's where I decided that why not just make a platform instead, uh, where you'll get all these prices listed down in a list. And what you see here is different stores. And I have linked all these stores under the button where the price is mentioned. And when you click on that, you go to their site and easily can buy the product. Let's say I'm going to buy from Soul Stage. So I'm here. I have linked their website. I've also did one more thing where I have connected their Instagram accounts, because a lot of nowadays stores operate through Instagram, that is social e-commerce. And that is something that's also very interesting, because Instagram as a social commerce has generated a lot of revenue nowadays. So yeah. So what is outsold? So what outsold is a platform basically where you get an aggregated list of prices for one product that you're looking for from different sellers. And one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give a localized results where the results will be based upon from where the consumer is searching. This also one thing this also does is that it gives small and medium retailers, stores, a platform to market their own products. So the next step that I'm planning right now is the first thing I want to do is get a domain registered in the name of Outsold. Then from then on, I want to build a working prototype where I can get a bunch of retailers, bunch of partners, distributors to promote their products on my platform. And at the same time, I can market these products to consumers who can find them products online. Here's a brief timeline of how I want Outsold to move ahead, where first I would like to launch the test platform, where I will see that how many consumers are actually getting help out of the platform, how many consumers are using the platform. From then on, I'll start marketing the products. At the moment, I'm not planning to invest anything in marketing because I want to use only social media at the moment. From then on, I want to expand to different regions. And yeah. One way I feel that I can generate revenue through these platforms is going through an affiliate model, where for every transaction that happens through my website or through the consumer that goes from our website, I want to charge a commission to the seller. And there are these affiliate platforms that offer that. The reason why I think this is a great industry to invest in is uh, because last year, I mean, in 2020, actually, not last year, sorry, StockX sold in the month of May and June of about $25 million. And these were just for 3 pairs of footwear. And that is something pretty huge where if I just think about charging 2 to 5% commission on these transactions, there are a lot of revenue can be generated. And since the secondary market of sneakers, there's a lot of price discrepancy. It kind of gives me an opportunity to actually make a platform for these consumers to offer the best price. Thank you. And yeah, any questions?
Right on time. Very good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Great presentation. So I just have a question. I guess you have a two-sided marketplace, and I'd love to hear more about your marketing efforts to attract sellers, and then also your efforts to attract buyers to your site.
Okay, so thank you for the question. Well, firstly, I was thinking about the sellers. So more often I've seen that I'll just go through basic what they go through Google, right? So when I searched for the product that I was looking for, I did not see the local retailers that I wanted, because it's very important that I find these local retailers very easy. More often or not, I found all these online websites such as StockX, Farfetch, or then you have Foot Locker. So all these websites, all these stores are pretty huge, but at the moment I'm trying to help out small and medium retailers, and for them it's pretty important that they get a platform to market their products. So my first pitch to them would be that, you know what, I'll give you a platform where you can actually compete with all these big retailers and promote your product very easily. Because one thing also happens is with sneaker industry is that there is a lot of dead stock, because there's a lot less movement when it comes to footwear. There are all these hype products, all these hype footwear that get sold very easily, but there are also a lot of products which do not get sold. So if you give them an extra platform just to market on, they would happily take in, because I'm not charging them anything. I'm charging on the transaction that gets completed. With regards to with regards to marketing to sellers, my objective is to give them a platform, because what I saw was when I was searching for the easy product, I saw it took me like 15 to 20 minutes to go through all these different websites. And I had like 20 stores open, 20 websites open to find that perfect price. Because more often, all these websites have hidden costs in them. They have servicing fee, they have delivery fee. So they don't give you an exact price for all the products. But I want to solve that problem where I give them the exact price, that the final price that they will get charged. And that would be a great way to, market to sellers.
Great answers. I think you did a great job at outlining the value proposition for both buyers and sellers, but specifically, how will you reach them? How are you going to let them know about it?
So, well, firstly, I would, I think using social media. Sorry.
Chintan, can you stop sharing, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, I mean, my first would be very basic way of marketing would be using social media, all these platforms that I know, because before this, I used to write a sneaker blog on Instagram, and I know a lot of friends here in USA that are suppliers and they have good contacts. So at first, I would just try to reach them out because they have a certain base, they have followers, and I'm trying to get them to promote my platform. So that would be my first go-to, because I do not want to invest too much in marketing, because I do not have a set budget for it, because most of my budget would be dedicated right now to building that platform. So social media would be my go-to at the moment.
Thank you.
We will take just another question, but if not, then we will move to the next presentation. Anybody, any judges, do you have any other questions? That means no. Okay. Let's move to the next presentation, please. Thank you.
Okay, that's me. I'll just share my screen.
And just a quick word to the judges. If you can submit each rubric for each participant right afterwards. It helps tally everything for the end. Just if that works.
Okay, you guys see it, right?
Definitely.
All right, so hi everyone, I'm Nayeli. I'll be presenting the textbook marketplace. And this is the, wait, no, this is the wrong one. Wait, I'm sorry. Why is it not letting me? Hold on, I'm so sorry. Don't know why this happened. Can you guys see my screen now?
No, we don't see you sharing. No, start
No?
sharing again. Yeah.
Let me try to. Okay, do you guys see it now?
No, you have to set to,
Yeah, I did.
you have to click on the screen and
Yes.
then share it.
Yeah, I don't know why this is happening.
Nayeli, if you share the link in the chat with me or just.
Oh, okay.
I have it.
I can share. Oh, you have it? Then you share it, Dr.
I'm
Gregory.
gonna share it.
Okay.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes.
Let me,
Just click on slideshow, please.
yeah, I will.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Here we go.
Okay, so as I was saying before, hi everyone, I'm Nayeli. I'll be presenting the textbook marketplace. So go to slide 1. All right, so this idea came to me as I continued being a student at St. Peter's. To me, textbooks were always difficult to get at a good price and on time and continue being hard to get. So from taking these courses, business courses, marketing courses, I fell in love with the idea of business and I wanted to go into this business myself. So let's go. Next slide, please. All right, so the overview. So the overview is that textbook marketplace is considered the new eBay for selling and buying textbooks. So the idea of this project is that students can purchase textbooks that they use for the semester, which they don't even end up using at all. So the idea is to have these textbooks on a website, a virtual textbook exchange marketplace that I developed. So not only can students get cash from selling their books, but it can also help students purchase these books at a much more discounted price. Next slide, please. So the problem. The problem is that books, as I said before, are expensive and difficult to get. You have to wait a long time for shipping, whether it's Amazon, eBay, and different books are needed each semester. We don't need the same books that we have, unfortunately, and purchased books end up not being used after the course is completed. Right, so the solution. So my solution was a 3-step solution. First, to administer a survey. Second, to develop a website. And third, implement the website as a prototype and proof of concept. All right, so these are my student survey questions that I gave to the students. So question 1, question 2, and question 3. In question 3, you get to see that most students said yes, 91.7%. Next slide, please. And then the questions are continued on the next slide. No, I think you skipped a slide. It's supposed to have, yeah. So question 4, question 5, and question 6. So these are the questions that I continue giving to the students. And in question 6, you can see that if this website was in place right now, a large majority of students would start using it now. Next slide, please. Okay, so my website. So this is how my website looks like. I also added a link there. If we have time near the end, I'll show it. Okay, so one-time expenses. So my one-time expenses include website enhancements, which would just be having SPU interns, and also funding for marketing, which would be 500. So 500 and 500, a total of $1,000. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are my annual recurring expenses, which is a bit more. It's 3,500. So it includes on website enhancements made by SPU students, which is the 500, maintenance, making sure that everything is right as it should be, because now that more students are going to use the website, it may crash, issues may happen. So that would be 1,000. Then help desk support, which would be $1,000, and the funding for expanding the website to other colleges in New Jersey, and hopefully eventually we'll be expanding it to local colleges around the US. Next slide, please. Okay, so my business goals, my long-term goals would be to, 1, expand use of the service. As I said before, I want other students in colleges within New Jersey to use it by August 2023. So by fall 2022 up to May 2023, it's only for SPU students only. And by then we'll see how successful it continues to be. We'll expand it to NJ college students. And then definitely by December 2023, we'll expand it to other US students outside of New Jersey. So this will be a proof of concept delivered at St. Peter's. And once that is successful, the company can scale its operations and marketing efforts. So we will have an LLC and I'll be the head of it. Next slide, please. All right, so the conclusion. So in conclusion, so the textbook marketplace, it's going to be a very easy, comfortable, seamless service for SPU students as of now. The seller and buyer will benefit through the establishment of this ecosystem that I built. I call it an ecosystem because when I think of the word ecosystem, I think of uniting all for everyone, and especially for St. Peter's students at this point right now. So the results of the surveys, of the 75 student surveys, shows that so far everybody's interested. 93% of students surveyed indicated that they would use this website immediately, which is good because the upcoming semester is almost there. And basically this business is going to lead to revenue profits for the first semester implemented. And the profit is going to be very useful to fuel that ecosystem that I'm talking about, so other students can use it as well eventually. So I'm really eager and really excited to start this business. So that's why I said, let's go so we can continue doing this. And now that I'm done, I want to ask the judges a question myself. So thank you. So my question to the judges is, if you took the survey that I gave to the students at St. Peter's and you were back in the day in college, wouldn't you guys want to also sell your books? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You were right on time. Perfect.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. Questions?
Questions?
Yeah, I had a question.
Sure.
Great job, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
What wasn't clear to me is, how do you make a profit if the students are meeting each other to sell each other the books and they're, paying each other? How do you make money off of this service?
Great question. Thank you so much. So as I discussed and I mentioned it in my executive summary, which I'm not sure if you guys were able to see so far. In my executive summary, I quoted that the textbook marketplace is going to collect a 15% processing fee on all sales and obtain that from the seller as part of the transaction from the buyer. So there's no processing fee for the buyer, just for the seller. So whoever's selling the book. And then they choose to charge the people that are buying those textbooks. Thank you.
Naomi, I have a question. Great presentation, by
Thank
the
you.
way, and this seems like a tremendous idea that can help many students.
Yes.
And so what have you thought of to keep students from establishing their own offline relationships after they make an in-person payment and exchange for this book? So if Lynn and I are, if she's 1 year ahead of me and she's selling me her books, what's to stop me from just going direct to Lynn and not giving you a 15% charge for the next 3 years? I could just keep buying them from her directly.
That's a really good question. Well, when I made the website, I was wanting to, like I said, I call it an ecosystem because I want everybody to be united. So in the website, I didn't get to show it in the presentation, but if you guys want to look at it, I'll show it to you guys. So they get to fill out a form. So it makes it more official. So then nobody gets in a fight and an argument, oh, you didn't give me the book, maybe it's not a fair price. So everything that's listed there, I'm able to see. So I know that everything's going as it should be. And it's supposed to be a discounted price, obviously, because well, we're SPU students, we all know each other, so we shouldn't be charging each other lots of prices for books that we know that we've used before or will eventually have to use for maybe core classes like English, math, stuff like that. So that's why I made that website for that purpose,
Okay.
instead of them just going directly to each other.
Okay.
I had a question too. Very, very good presentation. This idea is actually awesome. Like, I wish I had something like this when I was in college. But I wanted to ask, kind of piggyback off Elke's question. How would you kind of like say somebody was trying to get in touch off the site to avoid using your fee? I don't know if that was what you were asking or not, but
Yeah.
essentially, like, how would you keep them on site to not, go give them $20 if the book is $20 and lose your 15% of the fee?
Well, okay, very good question. So yeah, obviously I can't stop them from doing that, but my website is very organized. It has an option for business students and School of Arts and Sciences. So it separates each other from very different topics. So that's more easier to go onto and find your specific book and sell your specific book. So, I mean, it's all about organization. I feel like if you go on my website, yes, there's going to be a fee, but it's much more quicker experience.
It's worth
and it's
using
like
the
less
fee.
fighting. So then somebody might get into an argument, say, oh, you charged me 20, I could have gotten it for 10. Like online, whatever price is put is the price that you're paying. That's it. There's no changes. There's no last minute changes,
For sure.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
seriously, great. This is a great idea. I really like
Thank
this.
you so much.
So Naomi, another question there. Do you set or recommend prices for the resale of books based on quality or any other characteristics?
So you're saying like depending on how used or how new it is?
Yeah, so if I wanted to charge $20 to resell my book and Tom wanted to sell $5, that makes also a difference in the processing fee that you're collecting, but it may make a difference if the processing fee is based on the total sale, but also how do you guys provide any recommendations on the price for reselling the books?
Well, no, but in mine, a typical book, it ends up being to even $100 on Amazon. I've seen it happen before. So 50 would be the average price, but it would depend on the quality and how recent the book is. So that's why in the form, you can look for a specific title of a book and how old or how new it is with the ISBN number, lots of stuff like that. So it's all up to how recent the book is, what good quality it's in, but it's also up to basically the seller of the book. But it just shouldn't be an unfair price, which I'll be able to keep track of because they're going to eventually exchange and people will see, and yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Nayeli. We're gonna move to the next presentation. Zakaya, are you here? You can share your screen.
I haven't seen Zakaya, so I asked Tabitha to be ready just in case.
Okay, because I saw her logging in.
Okay.
Zakaya. Okay, so let's move on with the next presentation. I saw her logging in. I don't know what happened all of a sudden, but it happens. So let's move to the next one. With Jessica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second. Are you guys able to see my
Yeah.
screen?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate all of your time. This is my business idea, Kana Energy Drink Importing. So first of all, what is Kana Energizer? Kana Energizer is basically known as Mother's Nature energy drink. It is derived from guayusa, a leaf that it is only found in Ecuador forest. It cannot be found anywhere else, and it has also been used for centuries by indigenous people in Ecuador. Now, the idea here is to become the exclusive representative of white Kana. So here you can see some of the pictures of what's going on in the manufacturers. And then starting with the product. Currently, they have 4 different flavors. They have original, they have light, they have red fruits, and they have maracuya mango. However, as you guys can see right here, I changed the name from White Kana to Kana because I thought that the name White Kana might be a little bit difficult for Americans to pronounce and also to remember. Moreover, we will always keep an open mind. So for example, if Americans don't like the taste that we offer, we will be willing to change it. So what makes our product so special? So the first thing is that there's no bitter flavor. The second thing is that it has small and natural amounts of caffeine. That way there won't be no crashes or jitters. You know, your heart won't be racing 1,000 miles per hour. You know, it has chlorogenic acids, which reduces the risk of diabetes and cancer. It can also improve cognitive function, and it also enforces healthy sleep cycles. So now for the price, our company's goal is to be sales oriented for the first 2 years. That way we'll be able to gain a big market share. Then after that, then we will be more profit oriented. So because of our goals and because of our competitors and our costs, I have come up with these prices, which are very, very similar to Red Bull's. So now for placement. For placement, Whole Foods is our start. They are the key to everything. So we will be only supplying to them. I know that in my executive summary, I did mention other industries. However, for the first 2 years, first 1 year, 2 years, I want to focus only in Whole Foods. That way our customers will be able to buy the products in person. And I don't know if you guys know, but actually Amazon, they own Whole Foods. So also our customers will be able to order online and then they will be able to pick up in Whole Foods. So that basically will cut down our costs incrementally. We don't have to worry whether or not the customer didn't get it, whether it was broken, this and that. So now for targeting, Whole Foods does the job for us. We don't really have to target, but the target market for Whole Foods is people who earn $7,000 annually, which is higher than national average. They either want to be or they already have a healthy lifestyle and they are very conscious of that environment. Now for our promotion, with our drinks, we want to create a lifestyle that is based on that. We don't want to be just another beverage. So you know how Monster and even Red Bull, they kind of have like that aesthetic to it. Well, we want to do the same thing to that. That's why we're going to pay influencers, especially in YouTube, you know, those that upload workout routines and stuff like that. So they will be in sponsor. And this, okay. And then now for our game plan. So what am I trying to do? So for the first year, I will only be importing the actual energy drink from Ecuador, then bring it here to the United States, and then sell it to Whole Foods. However, in the second year, I'm going to be doing something similar to what Pepsi is doing, which will basically be only import the powder form of Kana, and then you take the can, you put the powder, then you put the carbonated water, and then you package it. So basically, it will be manufactured here in the United States. So that will also cut down a lot of our costs and also many worries because our products can be in the customs for days. and and they won't be refrigerated or nothing like that. But once we manufacture here, it's gonna be perfect. Also, once we manufacture it here in the second year, we'll be able to do business, with Trader Joe's or with other businesses. So now as for the finances. So I want to heavily focus on marketing first. I want to create a demand. Once there's demand, then I will start to supply that to the market. So for marketing, I want to spend at least $10,000, which I know it may sound a lot, but I want to be very heavy advertisement. So now for our fixed monthly cost is going to be, first of all, I'm going to be purchasing the products. So that's going to be around $700 monthly. So $700 worth of products. And then also transportation costs, based on how gasoline is going skyrocketing. So it's going to be around $800. So now for variable costs, that's going to be starting like in the second year when I have to open up my own warehouse, if everything is successful. If that happens, I was doing some research and I found that some places were charging around $130 a month. But also please keep in mind that I will be doing all of this in a small scale, just kind of testing the market first. So the break-even analysis. So over the first year, we can expect to lose $800 monthly over a year. Then we will reach a normal profit ending the second year. Because also remember, at the start of the second year, I will have to invest the capital into the manufacturing, which it will be small, but still. Now, starting the third year, we can expect a profit of $1,000 all the way to $5,000. And then in the fourth year, a profit from $8,000 all the way to $10,000. So why Waikana, you may be asking, what makes us different? So first of all, let's look at our competitors. So I was doing my research and I found that there is another guayusa sellers in the United States. However, they don't sell energy drinks. They only sell tea bags. And honestly, nobody knows about them. I didn't even know until I looked them up, and their prices are very expensive, so I wouldn't buy from them. And then another thing, you have Red Bull and Monster. However, they have negative health connotations associated with them. However, us, we are a healthy energy drink. Have you ever heard of that? I asked my friend, if there was a healthy energy drink, would you drink it? And he was like, yeah, but that doesn't exist. I was like, wait a second, yes, it does. And also we have nice flavor, and also there's a demand because people want to be healthy. People want to feel that they are contributing to the environment, because indigenous people are going to be getting, money from it. A salary is going to be good. So there's social impact. So thank you very much. I will be taking any questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. Great presentation. I'd love to try it. I wish we were together in person. Yeah. But so you didn't mention, you mentioned you would be licensing this from I imagine the distributor, the manufacturer in Ecuador. First question is there a licensing fee? Because I didn't see it on your financing plan, so I was curious about that. The second question is whether they provide assistance with marketing or any support. And the third question is regarding the market. And I was just curious how popular it is in Ecuador, and if there is already a built-in sort of audience or market here in America with let's say Ecuadorian Americans.
Okay, thank you so much for your questions. Okay, so to answer your first question, which was about the licensing, well, not really. There wouldn't be a fee because I will be the exclusive representative. So actually, that's going to be benefiting them because their products will be introduced here to the market. And the issue is that since they're the manufacturers are 100% Ecuadorians, they don't really have they don't really know much about the culture here. And because since I am here, I am able to have that leverage. So, they are interested in doing business with me. They are interested in giving me, that representation per se. And then as for your second question, I'm so sorry, can you repeat your second question?
Yeah, I was just curious if they provided assistance or support for marketing.
Okay. Yeah. For the marketing, they haven't get back to me that yet. However, I will talk to them about it. But yeah, I think maybe yes. They will have to provide some type of marketing. I know they have done some marketing on their own. However, mostly in Spanish. But yeah, for sure, I think they may be willing to offer maybe like 30% of aid. And then as for your third question, is Waikana popular in Ecuador? I'm going to say, not really. I mean, Ecuadorians, they are really impressed of everything that these guys have done. However, I do feel that there's not enough purchasing power in Ecuador, and the drinks are a little bit expensive in there. So there's really not much demand. Also, people in Ecuador, they are not very health conscious or environmental conscious, because there are other economic resources or other things, very a lot of drama, political drama going on in Ecuador. A lot of people, they're worried about other things, about bringing food on the table. So they're not really interested in that. Of course, there's people that buy, but it's not very big. So I think their products will actually do much better here in the United States, where there's actually a demand for it. Everyone works here, even college students. Like I'm having my finals coming in, and I need the energy. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for your answers.
I have a question, actually. First of all, really good presentation, very professional. So interestingly enough, I have a background in, I used to sell energy drinks for a Canadian company. So I have a little bit of insight into the industry. It is very hard to get your drinks into a place like Whole Foods. What is your plan B if it doesn't work for you to get into a big retailer? And again, I work for a very big Canadian company that was well known in Canada, and we couldn't get into Whole Foods. What is your plan B for that?
Okay, so that's a great question. Thank you so much. So the first thing, which I really think that we do have the chance of entering that Whole Foods market, is because White Cana, the manufacturer's firm, they have many certifications. So they are certified organic. I think they were trying to certify with the FDA too. They are also certified kosher, and then many other things, which Whole Food market, they really like that. That's what they need. That's what they want. But if that doesn't work, I also have a plan B, which is basically, just start selling just through online websites, like Amazon, eBay, and then also more like in local grocery stores, like farmers market, and then, just going to the local pub and mom stores, basically, but mostly online.
Yeah, I would recommend spending some marketing money on hiring a really good street team and starting from a local perspective and then growing it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. There on any other questions?
Thank
Just
you.
got one.
Okay, go ahead.
One question.
Okay, go ahead.
Since I've been in the beverage industry for like the last 12 years, I gotta say something about it. I worked with a sports drink company for the last 10 years, and we sold Coca-Cola, and now I'm working with a better for you energy drink. It's so crazy with the words that you can say and you can't say. Like healthy is such a strict word. It's very hard you can't say healthy energy drink. So we say better for you or best for you. And I really love the presentation. I like the packaging. I've worked with Whole Foods before. They're a brutal retailer because all their consumers are so health conscious. So I used to do demos in Whole Foods, and I would get berated by moms because they would look at the bottle, and I had a healthy sports drink, a better for you sports drink. And they would still find anything, those health conscious consumers at Whole Foods. So we ended up pulling out of Whole Foods, and we just focused on Targets. Walmart was our last retailer we got into. But just a question I have for you is, I know you said natural caffeine. I was wondering where you would get your natural caffeine from.
Okay, so to answer your question, the caffeine is actually contained in the guayusa leaf, which is a natural stimulant. So it already has all of those properties added to it. So it doesn't come from coffee specifically, but from the leaf. Yeah.
Nice.
And then also to just to cater to your other question, which was regarding how people can be very demanding, especially in Whole Foods. In any case, we will try to adapt again to whatever their needs are. However, we also do have the other backup plan, which is also we want to target maybe millennials, because they also have become very very health conscious, and they care about the environment. So, just paying influencers in Instagram, I think there's a really big market, in social media. So I think that will also help us.
Nice. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Tabitha. We move to Valeria. Valeria, are we ready? Okay.
Ms. Gargara, is there a way you could share the presentation for me? Because it's not allowing me to log in into
Hold on.
Drive right now. It takes me to a Zoom link.
Did you share it with me?
I did, yeah. It should be on Blackboard.
Okay, hold on.
And just to clarify, after Valeria, we have Jesus Sanchez, then Mike Melendez. And lastly, we'll have Nick Cruz. I saw Nick just joined us. I still don't see Zakaya, so Zakaya, if you're here, please let us know.
Valeria, I don't think that you shared it with me. I'm sorry. I don't see it. You can share it with me now. And sorry for the Zoom glitches.
I know Elke had another question she wanted to ask.
So let's keep on the
If we have
question.
a minute.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This question is for Tabitha, actually. It was on her presentation. So Tabitha, was sort of piggybacking off of Lynn's comment around your plan B. I was curious as to why you made the decision to primarily move with the Whole Foods market, considering there's a great deal of demographic that are interested in sports drinks that are youth of sports ages in different urban communities that might endorse your product in order for you to gain more social influencers and such like, as opposed to going the direct to Whole Foods approach?
That's a great question. Thank you so much. The reason why I decided to start with Whole Foods, it was because I think that it will cut down our costs a lot because they already, have the target market, which I was looking forward to. So they already do that job for us. And also because, I was trying to focus like on e-commerce. I was thinking, well, maybe if I only supply to Whole Foods, then they will kind of do like the internet part. So as I said, customers will be able to just order online and then, they go to Whole Foods and then they can just pick it up. So I thought that was very simplistic, and I was trying to make, the process as short as possible. So also we will not have to charge too much money for our products. So it will be more accessible because it is a new product. I didn't want to make it too expensive, and always at the beginning, always products are a little bit expensive, and I didn't want it to be too much like that. So that's basically why I chose that.
I know we have someone up next, so thank you for taking the time to answer.
I saw the presentation before, but I don't see it now. Oh, now there it is. Can you go to the previous slide, please?
Okay, hold on just a second. All right, you're all set. Go ahead.
Okay, so hi guys, thank you all for being here. My name is Valeria Calle, and I'll be introducing my business plan, which is Venus Lashes and operating business at the moment. So as a woman, I have come to learn that a beauty routine can take a lot of time. And I feel like the pandemic allowed us all to learn how to multitask. So what we want to do now is save time as much as we can, especially when it comes to the makeup routine. So I think that's something we can all agree on. And another thing that I've noticed as a woman is that, for makeup looks, whether it's for, a meeting that you have, whether it's for, on a special event, eyelashes actually make a big difference and, shape or changes the way your eyes look. So a lot of people have agreed with me that it does make a difference on your final makeup look. You can go to the next slide. So Venus Lashes seeks to kind of uplift women's beauty through eyelash extensions and also save their time. So first, I would like to talk about the industry. So the business has been around for, it dates back to the 1920s, the first, type of eyelash extensions, but I want to talk about the industry now. So in the market, we can find strip lashes, individual flare lashes, which are the ones on the right side. And then the newest technique is the one-on-one eyelash extension. This technique was a response to the needs of Japanese women. It was first created there. And the reason for this was because their eyelid usually hides their natural eyelashes a lot. So the one-on-one technique actually solved this problem since they are attached to your natural eyelashes. And then the Russian volume came. The Japanese technique came around 2012, and then the Russian volume technique came around 2017. And that was also a response from the needs of like Russian women who were looking for a more voluminous look. So I personally feel that, the technique is relatively new, and just like any other innovative product, there are like many variations or styles that come with it. And I will take nails, for example. So before, people will go to a nail salon and get, just a basic color. And now you can find like 3D designs, stones on nails, like a lot of other variations. And that's what's kind of like happening with the eyelash business. You can go to the next slide. So the problem with the industry right now is that, for example, mascara and eyeliner can be very messy. Let's say you're in a rush, you have to go to a meeting and you're applying your mascara, you sneeze, it's over for you, because then it's going to ruin the eye makeup that you have done so far. And again, 30 minutes means a lot when all you try to do is save time. The second problem is that strip lashes are very difficult to apply. If you don't apply them properly, they won't last. And the problem with both mascara and the strip lashes that are on the market is that they don't last. Usually the glue tends to break with the oil of your skin or heat or any other factors that at the end of the day will make you, remove the lashes. Next slide, please. So the solution that I bring with Venus lashes is that the new technique is the most effective one. So the way the eyelash extensions work is that they go attached to each natural extension and they remain intact for the during the eyelash growth cycle, which lasts about 2 to 3 weeks. And once again, it saves a lot of times, because 30 minutes can mean a lot to someone that has to go to work or has to do other things. You can go to the next slide. Okay, so in any business, it's also important to kind of like know how to retain your customers, how to make that they come back to you. And I feel like the main thing that people look at when purchasing a product or getting a service is obviously the price. We care about our pocket. And although the service is on demand, it's not affordable for all. So I decided to make a list of my local competitors. Two of them are from West New York, which is my hometown and where my current business is located. I'm comparing their prices. The third one is Decalash, is located in Hoboken. Their cheapest set start at $150, and their most expensive sets can be $230 or more. So my competitor advantage first are my prices. I have my prices are relatively cheap compared to my local competitors. Another thing is that I try to provide a very comfortable experience for every customer that I have. If during your appointment you just want to take a nap, I'll make sure that everything is silent. If you want to listen to a podcast, if you want to listen to music while you get your service done, I also want to know that it doesn't, damage your eyelashes in any way if it's applied properly. The second competitor advantage is that I try to make the service very customizable. So every person has different needs. Sometimes they may want more like a natural look. Some people want more dramatic look. I'll go back to what I said about the new variations and styles. Now there are colored eyelashes. And then my third competitor advantage is that I try to follow up with the aftercare of the eyelashes. Like any kind of like aesthetic procedure, you want to keep in touch with your client. You want to make sure that nothing is bothering you. So I try to like keep that interaction with them. You can go to the next slide. So at the moment, Venus Lashes is mainly using social media to promote the service. When my clients come to me, I tend to ask them like, oh, how did you find out about me? And a lot of them tell me, oh, I was going through Instagram, trying to find this. I feel like majority of people are now on Instagram. It kind of like allows you to find services easier through tags, through putting the location. So if you specifically want to find a lash like in West New York, you can go right ahead and do it. So I have tried to maintain a strong social media presence. I will also occur to other promotional tactics such as giveaways or partnerships with other maybe someone that offers nail services, kind of like, do that type of thing. Also, I will use Instagram ads because it allows you to filter the audiences. If I want my ads to only get to people between a certain age or only on a certain area, because based on my customers, I've found that, majority of them are high schoolers or whatever. And then also business cards in beauty salons. I've tried to take my business cards to beauty salons that are in the area for people who may want to be interested. So in this slide, I added a table that kind of like shows the potential income that an eyelash set can have. We will use as an example the average price for an eyelash set, which is $85. So as you guys can see, if you take 3 clients per day, that's about 6 to 8 hours of work. You can have a monthly revenue of $6,000, and that's only taking 3 clients a day. And then on the right side, I added a table that explains the, kind of like the instruments that you need to perform this service. This table doesn't include the other 3 things that you kind of like start with when you provide this service, which is a massage bed, a pillow for the client, and then a light, which doesn't end up being more than $200. And then from there, the average that you spend on whatever materials you need, it's $370. You can go to the next slide.
Time is up. So
okay.
If you would like to
okay.
final statement about.
Yeah, I was pretty much done. Yeah. And then, the way that I let people kind of like book their appointments with me is through Booksy, which is an app that requires a payment of $30 per month. But I found it like very beneficial for people to kind of like see my availability, and I try to like play around it to like benefit them and me from it. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Valeria, and sorry.
If you guys have any questions.
Yeah, but Valeria, wonderful presentation. And one of the things I was thinking of, and excuse me if I missed this, but were you anticipating having a storefront or simply doing this from home?
Well, so at the moment, since it's like an operating business, yeah, I'm doing it from home. But my kind of like my next milestone will be, make enough profit first with another lash tech who will assist me in taking more clients, whenever I can't do it, and then eventually move to a bigger space that then will require other, other charges like rent and other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been operational?
I've been doing it for 7 months so far. Yes.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Further questions? Going 1, going 2, going 3. All right, no questions. All right, we're gonna move to Jesus Sanchez. Would you like to share your presentation with us?
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Jesus.
Share screen. Okay. Can you guys see it?
We see it, but it's too small. Can you make it?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
All right, my name is Jesus Sanchez. Welcome to Rapid Radiology. Now, it's not a set product yet. Raise most of the capital and stuff like that. The business concept is fairly simple. It's pretty much, especially with COVID, happening, people didn't really want to go or feel comfortable going to a hospital setting, if they needed an MRI, an ultrasound, stuff like that. And there are free-standing imaging centers now, but a lot of them either don't offer like all the services that we're going to be offering, or our other niche is going to be the convenient hours. Now, there is high potential for growth. And so for this, we took a survey monkey. We just asked 50 people, and they said that the most convenient hours for them that they would want facilities to have would be weekend afternoons and weekday evenings, meaning like after 5. And so this shows that there is, even though there are quite a bit of freestanding imaging centers, there is still a consistent growth in the market where there will be, there will continue to be needed. As far as the legal standpoint goes, Rapid Radiology will be an LLC. And there are a lot of regulations, being that it's in the medical field. Like, for example, New Jersey would require a certificate of need, meaning we need to establish that there is a need for the facility, that the consumer would basically be going to that and stuff like that. New Jersey also requires, if we're going to offer an ambulance service, we would have to get licenses for ambulatory facility. We're going to be offering CAT scans, so we need to get a license for that. Aside from the technicians, they need to be certified. And the same thing goes for the MRI machines. So our target market is our main target market is going to be women from 35 to 45, because through research we found out that 80% of the medical decisions in the household are basically done by women, because obviously men, we don't really like to go to doctors, or we don't really go until we're pretty much dying. So yeah, basically the target market is, like I said, women from 35 to 45, and it's basically any working adult pretty much. And we do want to achieve that we can be a one-stop shop for all the imaging needs that the patient might need. We're going to have a pediatric radiologist as well, for children, stuff like that. Marketing. So we are going to be using Hulu. I recently found that Hulu is offering they start with the price of $500, and you can make your own commercial pretty much, and you could stream it through Hulu, all those annoying ads that pop up. We're also going to be using Facebook. YouTube, we're going to be using more in the sense of we're going to be creating informational content. Basically like what consists of an MRI, like what you should look forward to, because a lot of people don't like to, be stuck in a tube or something, stuff like that. There's also going to be a lot of informational videos on breast cancer, because we are going to be offering mammographies. Another thing we're going to be using is billboards, especially in the beginning. Now, with billboards, there is somewhat of a high cost. I found that these standalone billboards can be anywhere from usually 15 grand. The digital billboards that you see nowadays, being that they're shared, they're significantly cheaper. They're maybe from 3 to 5 grand. And we'll be having brochures. So the sales and pricing, here's a chart of the 5-year profits for MRI, the CT scan, and mammography. Now, the cost of goods sold is going to be basically the contrast, any equipment, we might need, stuff like that. And the 85% reimbursement rate is we're basically just going off of what the insurance companies are going to pay. For the rest of it, we'll have payment plans for the customers that they can choose. But obviously, if somebody doesn't pay, then, we can't count on that money. So these numbers are basically just off of the 85% that the insurance companies would pay. Here is some sales projections. Now, don't worry about the date. This is just a worksheet that I found online that I can, I had the formulas that I needed, so I just plugged in the numbers.
Jesus, I'm sorry, but time is up.
Okay. I think I'm almost done. That was a break-even analysis. So the prices for the technology plan. And yeah, so it's definitely not a cheap venture. We're looking at least that we might need anywhere from $5 to $5.5 million just to start. And that's including, salaries and everything.
Thank you, Jesus. We're gonna move to the questions.
Yep.
So question beyond, you mentioned that you identified it could be a good business opportunity during COVID. Beyond having identified a business opportunity, I'm just curious if you also have a passion for the topic or for the kind of business that you want to open.
Well, yes. The few times that I have had to go to any, to get any CT scan or anything like that, I don't really like going to a hospital, and then, it's really kind of hard to navigate some of these hospitals sometimes. You always have to ask for directions and stuff like that. And also I feel like there is a value there, because like the name says, we are going to be focusing on getting the customer in and out, and also the pricing is going to be a lot cheaper than an actual, than a hospital facility. So for example, if you go in for a CT of, if you go in for a CT of the chest, for example, the hospital price is going to be at least 250% higher than a freestanding imaging facility.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Jesus, great idea. And certainly think that there's a market for it. Certainly can identify with some of the hesitations that you shared around going to big hospitals and what's been seen after COVID. So with a business concept like this, do you have an advisory team that you are working with?
As of now, no. Right now, it's just so I'm a IT guy by profession. My girlfriend's actually the one that works as a scheduler for a hospital, and it was kind of like her idea, and I'm like, okay, well, this can make money, and this, people are gonna need this. So right now it's just an idea. Like I said, it's 5 to 10 years in the future. We eventually want to do this, and it is going to be our bread and butter. But right now, no advisory team yet.
Okay, certainly put it in the pot for consideration. You certainly have a great idea here. I didn't hear much in terms of integration with insurance companies or that sort of thing. I don't know if there's been thought to payment collections, all those that type of complexity that healthcare facilities typically have to deal with.
Oh yes, that would all have to depend on negotiations and stuff, because every insurance company is going to have a different set price that they're going to want to pay. So we would have to negotiate with them. Like that 85% number was just, a ballpark number. But everything would have to, come down to negotiations with the insurance companies and stuff like that. And then according to that, we would be able to set our payment plans for the customer, for the rest.
And you mentioned Woodbridge would be your primary market?
As of now, yes.
Location. Have you done research as to the amount of other freestanding such type facilities in the area? I know Middlesex County is saturated with many such types of clinics and things of that nature. So I'm curious how you guys would differentiate yourself in that arena.
Right. So for example, there is one that's Raritan Bay. And they offer everything pretty much except for CAT scans. And then there's another one that's called, I believe it's Image Center. And their problem is the hours. They don't have, and then that's what we are aiming to get. We want to offer all the services, and depending on what community we're in, we want to offer, the convenient hours for the people.
Great. Wonderful idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, judges. Zakaya just joined us. So we would like to go first with Michael, Ada, and Tabitha with their presentation. And then we go to Zakaya, you will be next, okay?
And the final presenter will be Nicholas Cruz.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me just share my screen. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. All right, whenever you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're at Level Defer. My name is Michael, and alongside me, I have Tabitha and Ada. Without further ado, I'd like to pass it on to Ada to tell you a little bit about who we are.
All right, thank you, Mike. We are Level Defer, an online clothing company that specializes in luxury. We will make llama wool our star, and we will revolutionize the fashion industry, taking away the need to layer up with needless clothing with our sleek, timeless pieces, all imported from Peru.
When it comes to our product, we're focusing on hats, coats, jackets, and sweaters in places with large populations and high net worth residents. Some examples could be New York City, Seattle, Boston. When it comes to our SWOT analysis, some external threats that we realize are food availability towards our llama due to the parasites that are in Peru. Also, there's been a supply chain shortage in the economy, which could really hold us back. But some opportunities that we have are in recent times, we've seen a trend that the fashion industry is really changing into a collectible market. So therefore, we see opportunities in the metaverse and in the resale market. And lastly, just increase in wages of 4%, which is the most in 20 years.
For our internal weaknesses, we have identified two main challenges. To start off, sometimes the llama wool itself can prove to be a challenge since the fibers are vulnerable to alkaline substances and to moths. Furthermore, since we are outsourcing, since we are a joint venture, we have to rely on the integrity of our partners back in Peru because we need to make sure that all of our llamas are treated humanely and that all of our workers are receiving the living wages they deserve. But for some of our strengths, we have sustainability and versatility. Shearing llamas is positive for their health, and the llama wool that they provide is versatile in terms of clothing and because it provides various patterns and it can be dyed in multiple colors.
So now let's start with our marketing plan. First of all, we want to concentrate in places such as the East Coast and the northern states of the United States, places like New York and Boston, because they have the coldest winter. We don't want to make businesses in places such as Texas because there will be zero demand for our products. Now for demographics, we are targeting females from the age of 28 to 42 years old. They are upper middle class. They earn 100,000 a year or more than that. They are also employed. Now for positioning, all of our products, our company, everything is premium, premium, premium. We have a premium product, high quality for the price and the status that our product will be able to provide. And all of this, it goes with our USP, which is it's timeless, it's light, it's you. The age for layering up, it ends with our product lines.
Now meet Helen Dubois. She is our ideal consumer. She is 28 years old, she's female, and she works in the city where she makes upwards of 150K in her corporate career. She wants to be respected by her peers, but furthermore, she needs quality over quantity. And therefore, as long as our values align with her, she will display strong brand loyalty with Level Defer. Furthermore, she can also be associated with brands such as Tesla, Whole Foods, and Starbucks. Now for our promotion strategy, there are 3 key points I'd like to go over. To start off, it will start mainly in social media with our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook feeds, showcasing our products in the most beautiful light with aesthetics. We're gonna showcase our products. We will also showcase our roots of Peru, and we will also extensively use hashtags to the most efficient ability. We will also have our own website, which will be easy to navigate, and will display our company creed and our sustainability efforts. Furthermore, we will engage heavily with paid promotion with social media influencers, specifically within the range of 800K to 1.5 million followers and a minimum engagement of 4%, because we are targeting niche communities that also are interest to our buyer persona. And we will also be dipping our toes into commercials that we will display in social media and streaming services.
Here's a little preview of what a commercial could look like.
We can't hear anything, but that's fine.
Sorry. Now onto our financials. What you really need to know is that our average cost per product is $376, with and we're looking to price our products around an average of $650, which gives us a gross profit of around $273, and which is a great return of 42%. Our marketing plan is very heavy. We're looking to put 10,000 in as a base and increase it 5,000 each month, with the assumption that each customer, the acquisition of a customer is around 125. Therefore, in our first month, we can potentially sell 80 items, which gives us a net revenue of $52,000. Here's just a 2-year plan that we made just on our gross profit percentage per month. As you can see, it starts with the 40%, and it does a little increase, but then kind of flattens out once it gets towards the 2-year mark. Some final remarks is that we're just unique to the market. We're here to fill a need of getting rid of packing up in the winter and feeling just completely elegant. I know there's so many products that are beautiful but are super uncomfortable and just don't fit our target. Also, we're market conscious with our competitors and any trends and lastly, we're up to date with technology. As I said, we're really looking towards the future of fashion in the metaverse and in the resale community. Thank you.
And thank you as well, judges, and you can stop sharing.
A question. Great presentation. Now in the fashion industry right now, there's a big movement in no more fur products. And there's a big social justice movement around better products that don't harm animals. How will you guys get past that?
Thank you for the question. To start off, we are working with llama wool, and they are naturally sheared twice a year, and that positively impacts their health, which is why we're going to go through so many lengths to make sure that we are transparent in the process, in our website, in our social media feeds, so that they also don't have that concern. We are really trying to build an ethical business here.
Great, thank you.
What do you guys estimate your initial startup costs to be for year one?
So I would say that aside from, because we haven't launched our product yet, so we still have to, there's a lot of negotiation in the market, but what we would say is we definitely want to start with a $50,000 loan as well as some investments, so that on top of our total products, and like we said, on top of the marketing, will probably give us around $80,000 to $90,000. But the good thing is that that $50,000 will be paid in the first 2 months, as you can see with the 42% revenue. And to our analysis, of course, it's not perfect yet, but we can assume that we'll pay it in 2 to 3 months.
So I hear you talking expected revenue and sales. Yeah. What do you expect? In terms of your
costs.
Overall cost for year one for startup?
So I would say around 90,000 would be a good startup cost, because we're online, so we're really basing ourselves on other e-commerce and stuff like that.
So I do like your paradigm of marketing luxury. Uniquely, luxury commerce does exceptionally well during economic downturns. Luxury still likes buying luxury, even with hardship. I will also mention that it's an extremely difficult market to break into because you have very discerning buyers who don't typically go for new emerging brands as quickly. So have you guys done a risk analysis with some worst case scenarios in your sales and what that would look like for year 1 and 2 if sales don't jump off immediately as expected?
Yeah, so the hardest part with the financials was finding that type of data, because a lot of our competitors are foreign, so they're not forced to really release those financial data as in the past. So a lot of what our analysis was averages of the industry itself. But as we launch our product, we want to keep track of how it does from the initial launch. And as we said, our marketing plan is we're really heavy on the marketing because we understand, especially with the social media influencers, I think that will give us the largest boost. So as of now, we don't have a risk, only because we don't have enough statistics for that analysis. But as we launch, we kind of understand that there is definitely a risk in the luxury, but yeah.
Yeah, just to add on to what Mike said, basically, we don't want to jump, straight towards that, because let's say we don't know how to swim first, like we don't know how to swim yet. So we want to test the water. So in order to do that, we will create, a prototype. And then also we will be paying the influencers, so they can actually do like unboxing videos, and they will actually try it on. And then they're gonna tell us, oh, I like this, and that, but I don't like the fact that this llama is itchy, or I don't like that the llama is this or that, whatever. We are going to hear like what they have to say, the reviews. And then based on that, we will continue, to improve our product. And, because the influencers, they have a lot of, a lot of prestige and a lot of followers, then there's going to be a high demand for our product. So that alone is going to, to create people they're gonna be like, oh, my favorite celebrity is wearing this product. I want to be like them, so I'm going to also buy it. So, you know, we wanna go a little bit small at first, and then, you know, after some time, then we'll start to invest more heavily. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Thank you, judges. We need to move on with the next presentation. Zakaya, are you ready?
Yes, okay.
Okay, share your presentation. Sorry.
And just a reminder to everybody, the Audience Choice Award is open. I'm going to share the link again. I'll just keep sharing in the chat so it moves up. So feel free to vote for your favorite pitch so far.
You can press on slideshow. No, just click on slideshow. Do you see it up there? Very good. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to open my camera. Can you see me?
No, we can't. But if you have issues, it's fine.
OMG. I am so sorry. Can you see me?
Yes, now we do.
Okay. Sorry.
Click on slideshow. Okay. And
hi, I'm Zakia Gaste. I am the founder of Out the Closet Hair. We are a new way to find confidence through hair. We are a hair company that sells a variety of wigs, hair products, hair tools, products, and services, such as customizations of wigs, old and new, installations of wigs and weaves. And we also
Zakia, you froze.
I think she froze.
She did.
As small business owners and salons.
Zakia, you froze for a second. So you can, if you would like to save on your bandwidth, you can turn your video off if you want. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Professor?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure because I have no one on my Wi-Fi. Everyone's out the house.
It's okay. You could turn your video off, and once the judges start asking you a question, you could turn it on.
Okay.
Okay, you can turn your video off and you continue your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, the problem. The reason why I created Out the Closet Hair is because I've always personally loved hair myself, and I know that it's pretty much hard to always get to a hair salon due to the pandemic and certain things that happen in our lives. We can't get to the hair salon. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me track back. The reason why Out the Closet Hair was created is because consumers want to buy wigs at an affordable price. There are many consumers that are experiencing alopecia and hair loss due to COVID-19 and even the environment, the pollution that's going on in the environment. There are hairstylists that want exposure, but they don't have a platform or enough followers to get that exposure. Many salons want to go green but can't afford it. There's a ton of excess hair around the world, and the ecosystem needs our help. Our solution to all of this is that we will sell and market hairstylist services and products. We recycle hair and other salon products and equipment for free. We will customize old hair and resell for lower prices. And we also will be donating hair to those who have medical conditions. Currently, the wig and the hair industry has seen a boom because of the pandemic. Women and men who visit salons daily had to find other ways to find their confidence. And that was by doing styles at home. So the wig industry sort of made a big boom from 2019 to 2020. And we're looking at from now up until 2028, 4% increase. The reason why I am going for the hair recycling service as well is because of the pollution that has been happening. There's been oil spills. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but hair mats have been created by small nonprofit companies such as the Matter of Trust. And I want to bring exposure to that. I want to collect hairs that are not being used all over the world and help create these hair mats and other innovative ways to, recycle hair. I just want to show you guys something because I personally have started the company as an online business. We have not generated any sales, but I wanted to show you what it will turn into just from us getting clicks, likes, shares, from giving people just some insight on the business. I'm gonna have to, because I can't see it. I'm sorry, guys. So this is so far, we just opened an online store, giving the business exposure, telling people about hair recycling, our company, the products we sell. This is how much engagement we have had so far. This is the reach. And I would just like to say that, this company is not just to sell hair, not to just recycle, not to just make money. We're here we want to help the world. We want to give back. We want to help people that want exposure. We want to create teams and we want to create communities for people to feel confident in their talent and for women and men to be able to buy from anywhere around the world and at a reasonable price and be able to save and feel like they're doing something because they know they've either donated their hair to someone or, they've helped create a hair mat. That's it.
Well, thank you, Zakia. And if you can stop sharing. Questions, judges, can you stop sharing? Oh, yes, you did. Okay.
Zakia, I can hear your passion for what it is that you're trying to do. And I can certainly see the market need. Your presentation was a little weak in efforts and areas around, actual marketing plan, startup, what that looks like. I know in your executive summary, you have a pretty good breakdown of costs and what that might look like. So I see that you invested $500 in your ads, you're invested in making this happen. What are your next, 2-quarter goals that you guys have set for yourself in achieving? What does success look like for the next 2 months here?
Success would look like, well, the passion is helping others get the exposure and, helping our planet. And in the next 2 months, we plan on we plan on at least, partnering with at least 10 or 20 small business owners that do create wigs and stuff like that. And, help them, put them on our website, sell their service, help them get exposure, and also promote the recycling and the hair recycling service, and, start creating inventory for that as well.
Got it. Best of luck to you. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you. I have a long way to go.
But you started.
Thank you, Elke, and thank you, Zakia. And we move to our last but not least presentation with Nicholas Cruz Reyes with Bell Furniture. If you would like to share your presentation with us, please.
One second. Hello, how are you guys? How's it going? Okay, let me try here.
It's good to see you, Nick.
Oh, good to see you too. How's it going, Doctor? System preferences.
And while Nick is sharing his screen, I just want to let the judges know that we're going to be moved to a breakout room after his presentation to tally up the results.
And for the rest, we're still recording. So I would like to get your feedback overall of the boot camps, everything that you would like to think about, and just to share an opinion with us, okay? And it's gonna be recorded.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with the presentation. Dr. Gargui, I think I shared with you.
Okay, hold on just a second. Sure, hold on.
Perfect, thank you.
Nick, why don't you introduce yourself while we're waiting?
Let's start. Hello, how are you, Sharks? My name is Nicholas Cruz. I'm a freshman and my major is international business and trade, and my company is Tyrona Designs. So during the pandemic, I found myself in my house, lockdown, this quarantine, and it made me think a lot. I was like, my house is ugly. My furniture is disgusting. IKEA, these other brands, I just see myself like, this is not good. Like, I found myself working all days to have a beautiful house, got my things, why my furniture is not good. And it's something that you don't see because most of the people go to work, they come back, they don't really care about their house, but like something like COVID happened and they start figuring out what is wrong with their house and what the furniture is bad. So that's how I started like all this idea. Okay. Try to. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what is our product? Our product is like furniture made in Colombia. all this furniture is made by people, they know what they do. They're from a tribu from Colombia, close to the Amazonas and close to Bogota, the capital. These people are known because they're the best of the best at what they do. And what they do is job with their hands on the wood. They are fantastic and they have this amazing skill. Okay. So these are some examples of our products. So right now we have these like big furniture, chairs, tables, even more we specialize in like wall pictures but made by wood. So currently I have some examples. The bad thing is they are in Colombia. The ones that come here I already sold it to my family and friends. So these are the examples that I have. We have like bed wraps and wall most of it. It's beautiful even if you have an office. When you sit down and you see like, oh, this furniture feels good. It's good quality and it's people that they put the heart in what they do. Okay. So the purpose is like infinite creativity. So as now, because we have some models right now on the ready for get sale, ready for start, making the moves. Those models are pre-made. So we have these ones right now available for the public. Public can go and get them. But our vision is to like in the near future, when we have more capital, we have more, more liquidity, more money, we can start customize the product so that the customer can order a bed frame, whatever style they want, whatever color they want, and whatever they want. The problem is right now the warehouse in Colombia, because the product is located in Colombia, it's kind of hard, because you have to give the order time, and it's gonna be more risky. So right now we're gonna just work out with the models that I just present. But this is like the goal and the future for the company: customization of furniture and of course high quality and style. So the price. So this part right here is the most beautiful one, because in Colombia you can find this furniture for the low. We talk about 300,000 pesos. It's like around $50, $45. I know if I can go there and I talk to the person in charge of it, the manager, I spoke with him before, I can have a good deal and I can have each of these pieces of furniture for 50, 30 and sell it around here for like, how's the market right now for the furniture, for a very, very, very huge price. And people, they're will to buy it because it's better, best quality than IKEA, than Raymond and Flanagan. I went there before. I checked the competence, and I was like, listen, this wood right here, I just touching it, it's not that good quality. And they sell these pieces for like around $150 to $100. It was more like a sale. And I say, you know what? I can do the same thing even for cheap and even more quality. And we have amazing designs. And the most important part, they made by hand by people that put hours and work and knowledge into it. The place. So our marketing right now, we're trying to target people in New Jersey, age around 20 to like 35. They have their own first job. They have the first offer. They're saying, hey, I want to get a house. I want to move out. Especially right now after COVID, we see like people start emigrating to everywhere, to Miami, to all these beautiful places, because they understand the point that like you have to live good in life and you have to have nice things before you end. So basically that's our product. So marketing segmentation, psychographic, we're looking for people that want to show their lifestyle, they want to show their income, and they want to show something that is like very luxury and unique. As we know, people like gold watches because like how they made it and the person and the effort they put on behind that product. And this is the logo right now of the company. And that's pretty much.
Well, thank you very much, Nicholas. And if you can't, oh, I have to stop sharing. All right, judges. So I'm gonna move you to a breakout room. So watch for that invitation, and then hopefully it won't take that long. And I will check on you if you will take that long. So I'm gonna open the room now. And
1 second. Do we have time for one question for Nicholas?
oh yes. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Maybe just
because
one question because we are behind on time. So
I
make it a
am
quick
so
question.
sorry. Yeah. So sorry, Nicholas. It's just like I don't know. It escaped my mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If none of the other judges have questions, I will say, Nicholas, great presentation. What are your plans and how have you considered and worked into your plan importation and storage of such fine quality of furniture?
I was waiting for that question. So thanks God, my dad has a company on logistics and customs in Colombia. So I already figured out to like do all the custom job, all that stuff. He gonna made it for me. He gonna help me out. You know, as a customs agent, you just check about like what it is and like, you know, what's the weight of the merchandise. So this is the company that we're gonna work with. This is the place. It's located in Bogota, capital. So basically, it's go to the person, the carpenter. The carpenter, we go there and just like fly to the US.
All right. Oh, I'm glad to see there's some thought around it. Glad to see there's some thought around it.
Thank you. And I like our new judge sitting on Lynn's lap. Welcome. All right, I think you can move us now. Great job, Nicholas. Great job to all of our
Great
student
job.
presenters. It's going to be a hard decision.
All right, watch out for the invitation. I'm gonna open the room. Do you see it? Okay. There you go. All right. I think our judges are gone. Yep. All right, so they're gone. Any feedback about, and the students, this is for you, specifically, if you are attending the presentations, then you can give feedback about the presentations. And otherwise, you can really just give an absolutely like overall feedback about what you the workshops, the Blackboard exercises, anything that you have in mind. And you know, if you learned anything, if you did not learn anything, so absolutely feel free to say anything you have in mind. Go ahead.
Well, for me personally, I feel like the workshops helped me a lot, and especially, you know, kind of like having the advice from the speakers on certain things, because I have like no type of background on like business or, you know, the plan that goes behind it. I'm a communications major. I know how to write, but in terms of like business and all this like terms, marketing budget, that was all new to me, still is. So I guess it was like a challenge to try to like find, you know, cover all the material in something that I never, you know, talked about. So yes, I found the workshops helpful.
Just another thing I would advise, I think it will be good, you know, once all of us had our presentations, it will be good kind of like to have a day to present it to ourselves, you know, to you, so we can kind of get, you know, like the feedback, you know, so just so we can know like things that we need to improve. I think that will be good, but everything else, it was really good. It was very helpful. So thank you.
That's a great recommendation, because that's what I normally would do. It's just like the timing, and you can't be, because you're competing, you can't compete, you know, be presenting. You understand in front of each other. So it's a competition, and I have to do it one-to-one. And I really, you know, last night I was ready to really go on a breakout rooms, but not everybody was ready, as you can tell. And so we do it normally. It's not to defend myself, but that's a very good advice that I really like to do in the future. So I'm going to give more time to really for the students to prepare, and you know, would be ready before the due date. That's a really great recommendation, and I like that. Thank you. And Valerie, the same, thank you as well for your feedback. I didn't say thank you. I would like to say thank you as well. Go ahead. Nicholas, you are my student. I know that you did not attend the boot camp, but you have been through this with me many times, and I'm very proud of you, to be honest. And I would like to really say that I am proud of you and what you have achieved so far. So, and I like the business because you told me about it before, and we kind of brainstorm together. So as if you were in those boot camps, and I do appreciate your presentation tonight. And certainly I'm going to be your customer.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gargui. You know, I apply everything that I learned in your class. Best class ever, best professor ever. Thank you so much. And hopefully we're going to get it done. And
good luck to you.
It'll be a free sample.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I will buy. Go ahead. Jesus, anybody else? Michael, also, thank you for doing this at the last minute. I appreciate it. We liked your presentation. So you go ahead. You give your feedback. You are entitled to it too.
Okay. I guess I'll just say something short. I mean, honestly, it's really funny how it all worked out, because it kind of is like a real world experience, because in the finance world, you might have your boss tell you like, hey, I need this presentation due by next week. I need this presentation due by in 3 days. And especially with the 5 minutes, right? Like if you're ever going to pitch your idea to someone in a top position, which is like what we've been told in the Goldman Sachs program, they're really only going to give you 5 minutes, maybe even less, to pitch something. So just being able to create something like that and having the numbers, doing the research, just knowing your product overall, I think like it's a really good real world experience.
Well, thank you. Jesus, Naomi, Zakaya.
Yeah, I just want to say, appreciate the class. It was very informative and stuff. I did learn a lot. You're a great teacher. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but usually, like in past presentations, I typically tend to, either talk too fast or go through the slides too fast. And I was kind of surprised that I actually ran out of time this time. But yeah, overall, I very much enjoyed the class. It was fun.
Thank you. Naomi?
Sure. All right. So yeah, I also enjoyed it. I thought you were really helpful with tips that you gave us on how to present, even though we didn't have time to actually practice it, but we did practice on our own, obviously, hopefully. And I think that your advice overall helped a lot, not just to know what judges expect, but to also know what we should expect of ourselves and how to pace ourselves and know what we're doing when presenting. So yeah, very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just another thing, I know that the business plan, at the end of the day, like it wasn't required. However, when we had to do it, I felt like it was extremely helpful. Like it honestly, it made me think of any single factor that can go wrong. So like I feel for the questions, I was kind of prepared because of what I did already in the business plan. So I just want to say that even though we didn't use it at the end, it was extremely helpful for me, especially.
Great, Tabitha. You need to keep it because you're going to use it a lot. That's for sure. And then you go back to it. And then if you need to improve a few things within that business plan, we always do that. We have to actually give it some updates all the time. But it's that's a very good comment. And I think it's very necessary for one person business, 2 people business, or 500 employees business to have, to consider that business plan. To consider having a business plan. Jesus, go ahead.
Just a quick question. So one of the judges, Elke, said that I should get a advisory team. Is that what she does? Is she like an advisor?
I will ask her. I mean, I really don't know. Okay. So I don't want to say like yes, and then I'm not sure, but we will get more information and we'll email you.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Victor, you are one of our boot camps leaders. Do you want to give any feedback? Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Professor. I think everyone did well, because this is not a comfortable situation for a lot of people. And getting out of your comfort zone is not an easy thing. Certainly, once you get to the point where you're pitching a lot and you're pitching the same thing over and over, you can learn and you can adjust. You become a good tap dancer, you know, and I think that's a skill that you're all going to learn throughout your career. You know, pitching on Zoom is even more difficult because you don't read the body language and the affect of the audience and the judges, and that's very difficult. So you all did well. I think that, you know, a couple of points that I usually see in pitch competitions, if you don't mind me sharing. Number one is the aspect of competition. I think we all believe that we have a unique situation. You know, I always tell people, there are 8 billion people in the world. Someone out there, tens of thousands maybe, have thought of the same idea. It's about execution. It's about your competitive advantage. It's about understanding what the market says. And I know that some of you put in a lot of time and effort into doing customer discovery surveys and all that. That is absolutely critical, because that is where you're going to, you know, win at the end. It's execution. It's understanding your marketplace and understanding, as you know, what problem you're trying to solve. The only way you're going to do that is through understanding your customers and understanding also your competition, your competitive advantage. So those are just some things that I've seen in you know, many pitches. But, you know, congrats, feel good about what you've done. This may have been just an exercise or something that you're going to take forward. If you want to take this forward in any way, reach out to me. I'll put my email in the chat if Professor Gregory, you don't mind. You know, we offer technical assistance to micro and small businesses in Northern New Jersey. We offer some capital, some loan capital to micro and small businesses, and we also have a network of supportive organizations. We have a pretty broad network of who we know, so we can connect you. But other than that, hope to see you in the summer sometime when we run our youth entrepreneurship institute for high school students. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much for your feedback. And you can give more feedback later on after we unveil the results. I see the judges are back, so I really didn't want to be part of the judges. Because I practically spend an entire semester with all of you, so I will be very biased to really judge you. So Dr. Nadas.
Yes, well, again, before we announce the winners, I just want to say that everybody did an absolutely fantastic job. I asked Elke to say just a few words from the viewpoint of the judges on all of you, all the student entrepreneurs who presented today. Elke.
Thank you very much. I shared really how impressed I was, with all of the presentations. There's really some strong viability to some of the ideas that were presented this evening, and I commend all of you guys for the effort that you guys put into it. One of my encouragements would be to pair yourself up, certainly for the winners, with a strong mentor or a guide to help you over the next couple of months as you utilize some of these earnings from your efforts tonight and your thought process over the semester to make some wise investments. And I speak with my business hat on, right? I'm a business coach by profession. And so I help everyday business owners that come to the market with a great deal of passion, but lack a lot of focused skill sets in order to really sustain their businesses. And so it's really a tremendous opportunity to encourage you guys with great and strong ideas to create, to curate some people around you that can really help offer you some great business insight as you continue to move your business passion forward. And my hat's off to all of you. So well done.
Just 1 second. Would you please share your email? Jesus, before you came back from the breakout room, was asking about your email. Is that okay if you share your emails, judges and Victor as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Can we hear from the other judges, Blaze, Tom?
Yeah, I was super impressed at the charisma that I showed. Like, even if the business is not, all the way 100%, just showing that leadership and that charisma and passion really kind of shines through. I wish that I had something like this when I was in school. But fortunately for me, when I was in high school, I met the guy who created vitamin water, and I stuck with him, really closely. So that's my mentor. So I definitely suggest you guys, reaching out to anybody, or, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because, when you get out of school and, the real world is tough. So use as many resources and networks as you can. Totally reach out to me for anything, guys. But super impressed. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you, Blaze. And you can still reach out to us whenever you need us. Don't feel sorry at all. You still have us.
Nah, I call you often. We speak, a lot more now. So for sure.
I know. Thanks, Blaze. Carlos?
I think it was great. I just would echo the last two comments and say I was very impressed with everyone's presentations. I think everyone that presented should walk away extremely proud of not only presenting tonight, but of all the hard work to get to this point. I think it's just that to have the initiative and courage to be a part of this is amazing. So I'm amazed by everyone's hard work, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Carlos. Lean?
Yeah, I think I'm going to just repeat what everyone else said. Everyone did a really, really good job. And it's creating action. What you guys are doing is you're starting your journey, and it's a long journey, and you're going to learn so much from it. And, I started my business in my 30s. So there's, you guys have the rest of your lives to figure it out. And if you guys are starting where you are, I think you will all be very successful. And I'm very grateful to be part of this.
Thank you very much, Lean, and a pleasure to have you. And last but not least, Tom, with feedback and recommendations, as Lean did. That was really good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm super, super excited to be a part of this. I had an awesome time listening to all your guys' cool businesses. I started my business right out of St. Peter's dorm rooms, right in Durant. So I can relate a lot to this. And, to kind of piggyback off what Blaze was saying, networking is literally everything. If I can give any advice here, I'm sure all of the other judges can agree that networking is literally everything with the running a business, being involved in business, all the way down the line. So for sure, just, keep at it, keep networking, the whole 9 yards. We all said kind of the same thing. So yeah, you guys did a great job.
Thank you very much, Tom. And I would like to say you all did a wonderful job, whether, you felt like, I know that when you are presenting, you probably will feel stressed and you will say I didn't do a good job, but you all worked very hard for this whole semester. And I really would like to say congratulations to all of you. And I will pass it on to Dr. Nazis for the results.
Thank you so much. And just a final thank you to all of our judges. And I think that advice about networking is really great. And I think all 5 of our judges would be willing to become parts of your network. So please stay in touch with them. I also want to give another shout out to our sponsors for tonight's event, Mission 50. I believe Greg Delaquila is on the call. Also Lily Arango from Mission 50. Greg is an advisory board member of our Guarini School of Business at St. Peter's, and he's been unbelievably supportive of student entrepreneurs. And we will be having a next level competition at the Mission 50 facility in Hoboken on May 18th. So more to come on that. And I also want to thank GNEC, Greater Newark Enterprises Corporation, our nonprofit partner. Victor Salama is here on the call. And I want to let everybody know that we're sponsoring a summer entrepreneurship institute at St. Peter's in July in partnership with GNEC. So more to come on that as well. Again, thank you to both of our sponsors. And finally, I hope this works correctly. Our winning student entrepreneurs for the 2022 competition are, and before I flash them all up on the screen together because I didn't have time to add animation, Our prizes are listed on the bottom there. You can see first place is the $2,000 investment of your business into your business. Second place, 1,000. Third place, 500. The social impact award is 750, and our audience choice award is $250. So here they come. Congratulations to our first place winner, Valeria Calle and Venus Lashes. Our second place, I can't, hold on, let me flip over to you. I can't see you. When I announce your name, you could say something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I just want to say thank you and congratulate everybody that participated. I agree with all the judges. I feel like everybody did a good job. This was a challenge for everybody in terms of like deadlines. We all were, during the semester. So keeping up with like other schoolwork and be able to kind of like present this business plan was a challenge, and we all did it, and we all should be congratulated for it. So, and thank you so much.
Huge congratulations. And our second place award winner is The Next Hit. And I can't wait for an in-person sampling of this product. Congratulations to Tabata Patino.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm very thankful for all of your efforts, and then also to my teammates. You guys did so great. I'm very proud of all of us, really. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations. And our third place award is Tyrona Designs, Nicholas Cruz Reyes. He's going to be bringing us some furniture from his home country of Colombia.
Yep, thank you so much, guys. Everyone here deserves a free example. What's happening here?
I'll take a couch.
Grab
I'll
my
take a table.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And this year's Social Impact Award, our judges selected Textbook Marketplace and Nayeli Ayui for the environmental impact, the social sharing impact. Congratulations.
Thank you
to
so
Nayeli.
much. Thank you.
And our Audience Choice Award also goes to Tabata and The Next Hit. So congratulations to our wonderful student entrepreneurs. Every single presenter today had a really wonderful business idea. I really encourage all of you to continue to develop these ideas. I hope many of you participate in next year's competition. You're allowed to participate many years in a row, and all of you have extremely bright futures. So thanks to everybody for joining us for our 2022 Shark Tank competition. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, fantastic evening. I don't know if Dr. Gregori has a final thought there.
I just did before you really started. That congratulations to all of you. Like I said, congratulations to the winners, and please email Dr. Nadas about your awards, because I was like, when, to give you more details. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you, the judges. I really do appreciate your friendship, your commitment, your dedication to St. Peter's. Thank you so much as well for all the attendees. Thank you for my assistants, Diana Soto and Jocelyn Ancalada, who has been very supportive to this program as well. I will see you all next year. And thank you, Dr. Nadas, very, very much for supporting this program. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Bye.